Hello, I am Pramod Kumar. Today in English grammar we will study conditionals and wish, right? So, one is if I do, if I did, right? So, let us go for a sentence. If I do, if I did. Suppose I came to your house and when I came back, I left my pen at your house. So when we meet, I tell you, I think I have left my pen at your house. Have you seen it? And you respond, I will go to my home, have a look. If I find it, I will give it to you. What does he say? If I find it, I will give it to you. I went to your home, you are my friend, and when I was there and when I came back, I left my pen there, right? So when later on we meet, I tell you, when I was at your home, I think I left my pen there. Have you seen it? And you reply, I haven't seen it. I will go back and see it. If I find it, I will give it to you. Right? So here what is happening? From the statement, it appears that there is a real possibility, there appears to be a real possibility of finding that pen. When you are saying, you are telling me, I haven't seen it, I will go back to my home, see it, and if I find it, I will give it to you. So this shows some sort of real possibility of your finding the pen at your home or your house, right? If I do, real possibility. Now, what about this? If I did. So, I make a sentence. If I found a bag in the street, I would give it to the police, right? So, if I did, this is the form. If I found a bag in the street, I would give it to the police. So, from this statement, what is happening? Real possibility is not appearing from this sentence. Here what is happening? Some imagination. Imagining a situation. Who is imagining? The speaker of this sentence is imagining a situation. What is the situation? If I found a bag in the street, I would give it to the police. Right? The speaker is imagining a situation. And in the first one, it was appearing to be a real possibility of the speaker finding the pen and returning to me. Right? So that's the difference between the two. Now, what is next? Normally, we don't use would in the if part of the sentence. We don't use would in the if part of the sentence. Would is used in other part of the sentence. Other means other than if part. We cannot say this sentence like this. If I would found a bag, or if I would find a bag, It's not said like this. The sentence structure is not like that. So normally would will not be in the if part of the sentence. It will be in the other part of the sentence. Other means other than if part of the sentence. Right? Now, it is possible to say if would. If we ask somebody to do something, we can use this if something would in the sentence if you want somebody to do something. How do we do that? If you would shut the door, right? If you would shut the door, please. It means I want somebody to do something. What is that? To shut the door. I want somebody to shut the door. So, if would are used in a sentence to say, to ask somebody to do something. I am asking somebody to shut the door. If something and would, right? Then could and might are also possible in such sentences. Could and might, right? If I say, if it stopped raining, we could go out. If it stopped raining, we could go out. It means, if it stopped raining, we would be able to go out, right? We would be able to go out. If you took more exercise, you might feel healthier. If you took more exercise, if you do more exercise, you might feel healthier. Means, if you do more exercise, if you took more exercise, it is possible that you would feel better. You would feel healthier, right? Now, what we need to take care, in certain types of sentences, we should not be using when, W-H-E-N, right? Like, let us go for one sentence. Don't use when in sentences like, they would be offended if we didn't accept their invitation. They would be offended if we didn't accept their invitation. Here, we don't say they would be offended when we didn't accept their or when we don't accept their invitation. We don't say like that. They would be offended when we don't accept their invitation. No. They would be offended if we didn't accept their invitation. When is not used here. Right? Same way, another sentence. What would you do if you were bitten by a snake? What would you do if you were bitten by a snake? Here also, we cannot use what would you do when you were bitten by a snake, right? So the sentence will be, what will be the structure? What would you do if you were bitten by a snake? Snake bite if you had it, right? Now we go to the next one. If I knew and I wish I knew. So what's the difference between the two? If I knew, it means mainly one thing, that real position is what? What is the real position? That I don't know. If I knew your phone number, I would have called you up. If I knew you were in hospital, I would have gone there to meet you, see you. So what is happening? I don't have in the first sentence your phone number. That is the real situation. I didn't know that you were in the hospital. That is the real situation. Right? So if I knew, the real situation is that I don't don't know, I didn't know. Now, the second thing is, I wish I knew. So, what is the difference between the two? I wish I knew means I don't know and I regret not knowing. I wish I knew your phone number. I wish I knew you were admitted in the hospital. It means, in the first sentence, I wish I had your number, but I didn't have your number. Right? So, what I am doing, I am expressing two things. One, that I didn't have your number and I regret that position. Which position? Of not having your number. In the second sentence, I wish I knew that you were admitted in the hospital. So first thing I am acknowledging, I was not aware of the information that you were in the hospital. And second thing, I regret that position that I could not see you since I didn't know. Right? So it shows if I knew. It shows that the real possibility is that I don't know. If I knew that, or if I knew your phone number, I would have rang you up. But real question is, I didn't know your number. Right? Second thing is, it is a pity you can't swim. In such kind of sentences, we use if plus past. But meaning is not of past, meaning is of present. Right? If we use the format is if plus past, if I knew, this is the past. If plus past. But the meaning is of present. It conveys a meaning of present, not of the past. Right? It's a pity. It's a pity you cannot swim. It's a pity you can't swim. It would be useful if you could. It would be useful if you could. Right? It's a pity you can't swim. It would be useful if you could. Right? So the format is the same. It's a pity you can't swim. It would be useful if you could. It would be useful if you could. Right? So, if I knew real possibility, what is the real position? I don't know. I didn't know. I wish I knew two things. Real position, I didn't know and I regret it, not knowing. Right? So, we use the past in the same way after wish. I wish I knew. I wish you were. Right? We use wish to say that something didn't happen or didn't happen as we would have desired it to happen. We use wish to say that something didn't happen or that something happened but it didn't happen in the way desired by us, right, or desired by me. We can say, I wish I knew Ram's phone number. I wish I knew Ram's phone number. So here what is happening? What is happening here? I wish I knew Ram's phone number means I didn't know and I regret this. I feel bad that I didn't have that. I should have that. Right? I wish I didn't have to work. I wish I didn't have to work. But I have to work. Right? Another is after if and wish. After if and wish, we can also use were instead of was. Right? If I were you, I would not buy that shirt. If I were you, I would not buy that shirt. We can also say, if I was, I would not buy that shirt. Right? Another thing is, I wish it were possible. I wish it were possible. I wish it was possible. Both are correct. Right? Were also can be used instead of was. right? Once again, we don't normally use would in the if part of the sentence. In the if part of the sentence, we don't normally use would. That comes in the other part of the sentence. Other means other than if part of the sentence, right? If I were rich, I would have a car. If I were rich, I would have a car. Here you will find if is in one part, would is in another part of the sentence. We don't say it like this, if I would be rich, because would is not used in the same part of the sentence as if. It is used in a different part. I wish I had something to read. I wish I had something to read. So here what is happening? We cannot say I wish I would have something to read. Right? Sometimes wish, would is possible. Wish, would is possible. Sometimes wish, would is possible. How is that? I wish you would come. I wish you would listen. I wish you would obey. I wish you would study, like this. Sometimes it is possible. Right? Now we go to the third one. If I had known. If I had known. So, once again you find if plus had. The format of the sentence is if plus had. If I had known. And I wish I had known. So how do we go about it? Ram says, if Ram tells Syam, if I had known you were in hospital, I would have gone to the hospital to see you. Right? So what is the real situation? Real situation is Ram didn't know that Syam was admitted in the hospital. Right? That is the real position. That is the actual position. He didn't know that Syam was in the hospital. When we are talking about the past, we use if plus had. If I had known. This we are talking about the past. Right? So, if I had known, if I had been, if I had done like that. I decided to stay at home last night. I would have gone out if I had not been so tired. I decided to stay at home last night. I would have gone out if I had not been tired. It means I was tired. Right? I was tired. Then we can compare. How do we compare? Let us compare two sentences. It says, I'm not hungry if I was hungry, I would eat something. Right? So this is about present. You read the sentence. I'm not hungry. If I was hungry, I would eat something. This is present tense. See it carefully. I'm not hungry. If I was hungry, I would eat something. Present tense. Now, let's go to another sentence. I was not hungry if I had been hungry. If I had been hungry, I would have eaten something. What is this tense? This tense is past tense. Right? I I was not hungry, full stop. If I had been hungry, comma, I would have eaten something. This is talking of the past, right? I was not hungry. If I had been hungry, I would have eaten something. So we are comparing two sentences. I am not hungry. If I was hungry, I would eat something, present tense. I was not hungry. If I had been hungry, I would have eaten something, past tense, right? And once again, we don't have to use would in the if part of the sentence. Would will come in another part of the sentence. Another means other than if part of the sentence, right? So here is if, this part, so here is would, right? Here is if, this part, so here is would in a different, separate, different part of the sentence, right? Then we use had done in the same way after wish. We use had done same way after wish. I wish something had happened. I wish something had happened. It means I am sorry that it didn't happen. Right? I wish something had happened, or I wish I had passed with the first division. It means I am sorry that it didn't happen like that. Right? I feel sick. I wish I had not eaten so much of cake. I feel sick. I wish I had not eaten so much of cake. It means I had eaten lot of cake. Right? We don't use would have after wish in these sentences. We don't use would have in what kind of sentences? We don't use would have in this kind of sentences. What is that? I wish it had been warmer. Suppose it's very cold. I wish it had been warmer. Talking about the temperature. We cannot say, I wish it would have been warmer. Right? So would have won't work in this type of sentences. Would have cannot be used in such sentences. I wish it had been warmer. Right? Suppose it was very cold. I wish it would have been it had been warmer. I cannot say I wish it would have been warmer. No. The only way I can say I wish it had been warmer. Right? Now would do and would have done. Would do and would have done. We will compare. If I had gone to the function last night, I would be tired now. It means I am not tired now. Right? So what tense is this? Present tense. If I had gone to the function last night, I would be tired now. But what is the actual position? I am not tired now. Present tense. Another thing. If I had gone to the function last night, I would have met lot of people. Right? If I had gone to the function last night, I would have met lot of people. What does it mean? I didn't meet lot of people. Past tense. Right? I will repeat again for clarity. If I had gone to the function last night, I would be tired now. It means I am not tired now. And it talks of the present tense. Second sentence is, if I had gone to the function last night, I would have met lot of people. But it shows, the sentence shows, I didn't meet lot of people. And that reflects past tense. Right? So that's the difference we need to understand. We need to be clear about. Then we go to would and I wish I would. So what's the difference between the two? where do we use would? This one we use where we are imagining a situation or action. We use this one where we imagine a situation or action, right? We use would when we imagine a situation or action, right? It would be nice, it would be nice to have a holiday, right? It would be nice to have a holiday, but we can't afford it. So here what is happening? Would, imagining a situation, it would be nice to have a holiday, but we can't afford it, right? Here we are imagining a situation. What situation? Of going on a holiday, of having a holiday. Imagining a situation. It would be nice to have a holiday. We are imagining a situation of having a holiday. But the problem is we can't afford it. Either we don't have that much money or we don't have that much time to spare for this holiday. So would indicates imagining a situation, right? Situation or action, right? I didn't go to bed, right? I am talking, I didn't go to bed. I wasn't tired, so I would not have slept. I didn't go to bed. I wasn't tired, so I would not have slept. So what is happening here? What I am doing? I am imagining a situation, I am imagining a situation that I didn't go to bed, I was not tired, and so I would not have slept because I was not tired. I am imagining a situation or action of sleeping, right? Now we will compare will and would, right? Will and would. How do we do that? I will stay a bit longer. I will stay a bit longer. I have got plenty of time. Here, I will stay a bit longer. I have got plenty of time. Right? Here, it changes. What is happening here? Here, certainty, the element of certainty is there. I will stay a bit longer. I have plenty of time. And when we go here, would, I would stay a bit longer, but I really have to go now. I would stay a bit longer, but I really have to go now. It means I cannot stay any longer. I cannot stay longer, right? Here is certainty, here it's not. Certainty is not there. Once again, I will stay a bit longer. I have got plenty of time. I would stay a bit longer, but I have to go. Means I will not be able to stay longer. I would not stay longer. So I can't stay longer, right? Sometimes would and would not is the past of will and want. Would or would not is the past of will, want, right? So Ram says, I will see you on Monday. Ram says, I will see you on Monday, right? So how do I say this? Ram said he would see me on Monday. So here we have seen will here. So will is would becomes past of will. I will see you on Monday. Ram told me I will see you on Monday. So I am telling that Ram said he would see me on Monday. Right? Next sentence could be Syam tells me, I promise I won't be late. I promise I won't be late. Sam is telling me, I promise I won't be late. He is telling me. So I am saying it. Sam promised me that he would not be late. Right? So here, won't and past is wouldn't. Sam promised me that he wouldn't be late. Right? So then we can say, Ram, I wish it would stop raining. It means Ram is tired of rains and he wants rains to stop. Rains are continuing. Ram says, I wish it would stop raining. Ram wants continuing rains to stop. We use I wish would when we want something to happen or want somebody else to do something. I wish you would not keep disturbing me. I wish you would not keep disturbing me. Somebody is repeatedly disturbing me, so I am telling that person. Then I wish Ram would come. It means I wish him to come. I wish Ram to come. Right? I wish somebody would buy me a bicycle. Right? So this is what it is. I think you found it easy to understand. In case of any difficulty, you may please approach me on my email ID, which will be there at the thumbnail to this video. Thank you very much.